Tonight marks another chapter in the story that has been unfolding on our stage for 11 years. We are pleased and privileged to be on this splendid stage, and who could be more appropriate tonight than the guest who will shortly occupy that chair.
Hello, I'm Gary Rucker.
And I'm Sean Patterson.
And we're going to interview each other about Gutenberg the musical.
So Gary, what made you want to do Gutenberg the musical?
Good question, Sean. I think what made me want to do Gutenberg the musical was the opportunity to work with you again.
And the show is about, it's interesting because when people hear Gutenberg, I actually had someone today say, when I said I had Gutenberg, and they said, oh, that's about the printing press. But actually, it's about a musical about the printing press. It is about a musical.
Yes.
Right?
It's two guys who are fans of musical theater, who have no business writing a musical, but they love it so well. They do.
I think
they love it.
I
do love
they're
it.
Good.
Yeah, and they write a musical about the most important event in history to them, which was the invention of the printing press.
Right. Gutenberg, Don Gutenberg. You're the best chap around, at least in this town, sure as Gutenberg.
Now you're probably sitting there and thinking to yourself, okay, so you wrote a musical, but what is it about?
Well, Doug, you wrote the script. Why don't you tell us?
Okay, I will. It's about Johann Gutenberg.
Who is he?
He invented the printing press.
And then printed up a whole bunch of copies of the Bible.
Yes.
There are an awful lot of characters in this show.
How will we differentiate?
Using these hats.
Right. Now, for example, when I wear this hat, I'm a bootblack.
And I'm a woman.
A woman?
Shut up.
Now, you will notice that this show is set in olden times, which means many of the characters talk like this. Cheerio! And, can I help you carry your bucket? What's the word? What's the word? Well, I shouldn't say this, but late last night, in the wine press room there was a light. I saw Gutenberg through the window pane. He was sweating, he was working, he was shouting his name. Now, I wouldn't bet money, but I think it's true that our wine-making friend was making something new.
Really?
You didn't hear it from me, I'm just a beef fat trimmer, trimming the fat off the beef.
I get it.
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the
Now,
word?
before we get started, we do want to talk about something very serious, and that's the Holocaust. Every important musical has to tackle at least one serious issue.
Like racism?
Or Vietnam.
Or a man with half a face?
Our important issue is the Holocaust.
Germans hate Jews.
Not all of them. Most of them.
And maybe not anymore, but they used to.
That hatred is in this show.
It has to be.
It's what makes our show important.
Gutenberg the musical!
A lot of people who've watched rehearsal said, oh, it reminds me of Waiting for Guffman, or it reminds me of Family Guy.
Right.
Without the animation.
It reminds me of Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yes. It seems very improvisational, and I think that's how they created it.
Right.
Oh, this is my bad side. So yeah, that's the style. We feel like it's a musical for people who like musicals, because you'll get a lot of the. I mean, these guys are fans of musical theater, so a lot of their work is influenced by other shows.
There are a lot of references in the musical styles.
There's also for people who don't like musicals. There's a Star Wars sword fight.
Right.
We do lightsaber fight in this.
There's a lot of wine
and cheese. So come see the show. It's FourFront Theater's first production.
Right.
We're virgins. Till now. But yeah, and please buy tickets early, because we want to know if we can afford to do the History Boys.
Right.
So please.
Which is their second show.
Our second show in October. So support.
Where they won't be virgins.
Live theater. Now that I'm done, get ready to read. This will be going down in history. Remember my face. Now there's a glimmering shimmer, and that glimmer is me.